My name is Garrison, and I'm the vocalist for ERRA. That was actually, we were really indecisive about what we wanted to name it, and so I got on the internet and like started looking stuff up, and I thought it'd be really cool to name it like some kind of mythologic, have something to do with mythology and something like that. So anyways, long story short, stumbled across the name ERRA while I was researching all that stuff, and I read the definition. It's like the Mesopotamian or Akkadian goddess of mayhem, or god of mayhem, and it differs because it's like such an old like theology that there's different religions that have it there, and it's named different things, but that's basically the gist of it. Well, Jesse, our guitarist that sings, and Alex, our drummer, we're in a metal band, like a death metal band called By Blood and Iron. And at the time, I was in a band, but we were on a break, and I was like, let's start something new. And at the time, we were really into Misery Signals, so which we all still are. We love Misery Signals. So we started a more melodic metal band, and it turned into ERRA. Well, back when we first formed the band, we wrote as a full band, and that's how we wrote our self-titled EP. And ever since then, though, we use Tablet, which is like the greatest invention ever. And usually Jesse will go home, write his songs on guitar, and send them to Alex, and Alex put drums to it, and then we put bass, and then eventually put vocals to it. And Alan does the same thing. Goes home, writes them on his guitar, and so they each write, a bunch of music. And they send them to the band email. And we all just put stuff to it until it becomes an ERRA song. Well, back in the day, like when I first wanted to become a vocalist, I would have to say I was really into a band called Mortal Treason, which is from Alabama actually. And their vocalist Seth Kimbrough, it's like I used to think he had like the best vocals. So that band, along with like old Underoath, like Dallas Taylor, and that's how I got into it and wanted to do it. And then I'd have to say my influences today are more, I don't really know influences really. I mean, there's like bands I like the vocalists of. Like I love Carl from Misery Signals. Also like a lot of like more hardcore feeling, like Ghost Inside type vocals and stuff like that. So I don't know. I try to keep a good mix of everything, like as far as vocals go. It's January right now, and we're going to the studio in February to record our second full-length album with Brian Hood, and that's going to be really cool. It's definitely something to look out for in the coming months because it's going to be a really good album. Like we're really aiming to shoot above and beyond Impulse, our last album. So that's next, and then after that, tour to support that album. And who knows? We're playing the Winter Jamboree tomorrow in Dallas, and with like Amira, Whitechapel, Unearth, and a bunch of awesome bands. But yeah, besides that, we'll be hitting the road. I think we're